Montalcino'daki bağ gezimize devam ediyoruz. Şu anda Montalcino'nun en eski şaraphanelerinden birine geldik. Az önce girişini göstermiştik. Şimdi öncelikle bağları gezeceğiz, ardından da çok özel bir tadım gerçekleştireceğiz.
Our main goal is to have the balance in every single phase of what we do. Balance in the vineyards, balance in the cellar, and balance in the glass. How do we reach this? So since years we are organic farming. What we do is trying to maintain the balance, the identity that comes from the soil. What is the most difficult thing is to have the elements and microelements available for the vines. To do so, I need biodiversity. I need many different plants, wild animals, pests, because I have the predators, bacteria, earthworms, viruses, everything. If I have this, the soil is alive. If it's alive, we are able to transform the inorganic substances to organic substances, so the vines are able to get all the nutritions. If I do so, the vines will grow by themselves. I don't have to do anything here, so they will express themselves. And then I need a lot of time, because the oldest vineyards, they are able to show their own personalities. It's like people.
Argiano Şaraphanesi'nin hemen yanında yer alan bu arkamda gördüğünüz tarihi villayı gezeceğiz şimdi. Burada hem bir müze alanı yaratmışlar, hem aşağıda bölgenin en eski antik mahzenlerinden birine sahipler aynı zamanda, ve içeride de farklı renovasyonlar gerçekleştirmişler. Şimdi hep beraber burayı gezeceğiz.
This is a very architectural like jewel, because it was all designed to have the right temperature, the right humidity. You had chimneys connecting the roof to have the air to go away, so to maintain the fresh air in here, and we are underground. So that was important when we didn't have any fridges.
Il n'a jamais connu de loi. Si tu ne m'aimes pas, je t'aime.
We are underground here, where we have a pretty constant temperature and humidity. It's important for the wines to stay here to age without any sunlight, without any big changes. The big oak barrels is a Slovenian oak, and we use it for the Sangiovese, so for the Rosso di Montalcino and for the Brunello di Montalcino. About 2 years for the Brunello di Montalcino. That is the minimum. We don't want to use too much oak. Then we have the barriques that are used for the Super Tuscan, the Solengo, which is the first Super Tuscan made in Montalcino, thanks to Giacomo Takis, the winemaker who created that. And then we have special barrels here. Those are a mix of Slovenian and French oak. And we use those for the micro parcels and for the single vineyard Brunello. So here we need a little bit smaller barrels, untoasted. It's extremely important for those to have the right woods. So every single phase, as I was saying at the beginning, need to be in balance. That's the key. If I have balance, I'm already halfway to have high quality. And then I want to show myself. I don't want to have a standard Brunello. I want to take the risk to have a Brunello that maybe is not for everybody, but then we are proud to say that this is us, this is Argiano.
Can you give us detail about the wines?
Absolutely, yes. So thank you for passing by. Talking about the wines, we have the first, which is the Rosso di Montalcino 2017. 100% Sangiovese, and this is the youngest expression of our Sangioveses. So we have a fragrance, crispy and young profile that has to stimulate your appetite. And on price range, we are about 25 euros. On the NC, which is the most versatile wine that we produce, is a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot and Sangiovese, where the international grape varietals give the roundness profile of the wine, while the Sangiovese maintains a good acidity and good freshness, so very food-friendly wine. Price range about 20 euros. Brunello di Montalcino 2014, a very rainy, cold vintage that shows a lot of elegance, not the big structure. Again, 100% Sangiovese, and this is the king of our wines, our flagship. Comes from soils rich in limestone. This wine spends about 2 years in the big oak barrels for the aging, so it has to be complex, has to be smooth, and has to tell you a story, stories of Toscan vineyards and hills. Price range about 50 euros. Solengo is the first Super Tuscan ever made in Montalcino by the mind of Giacomo Takis. It's a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon, a lot of Petit Verdot, Merlot, and a little bit of a high-level Sangiovese. This wine instead is all about the strength, all about the power, together with a good elegance. All wines that have a very long aging potential. Price range is about 70 euros.